on, you feel, you know what I mean? You feel better about yourself and you can become the parent that you should be instead
Right.
of coming up here with an attitude. Well, this is why I didn't want to. Well, first of all, you didn't have to be here, right? I said
Mm-hmm.
one thing. You already made your response. She made a response video and said that she wasn't going to be up here. Fine. Don't come up here, sis. But then when you come up here, don't try to dictate how everything goes because I tried to give you the opportunity. Keeping thank you so much, blessings by beauty. Keeping up
Yeah,
with
I'm just
Jazz.
saying. Yeah, I appreciate you, Karen. But I just
Absolutely.
want to say something before Miss Jazz say something. I hope your wig fly off the back of your head to touch your ankles because you are a problem in the community of cosmetics. For cosmetics, as well as whoever is giving her all these products, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever sending her money, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And God don't like ugly, just like her breaking mirrors. Goodbye, Miss.
All right, thank thank you. And listen, the thing is, not everybody is going to know what she's up to. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to know that this is how she is. And this is why I say, we have to have these discussions. We have to talk about this because you are actively putting people in harm. Keeping up with Jazz, what's up? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is I have a child. I have a daughter. And my thing is you have sons and you're sitting up here doing your makeup and your niece is in the background screaming. And you telling her,
Mm-hmm.
don't kiss her like that. Don't kiss her like that. You should have got your ass up and told him
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, don't do that or I'm going to beat your ass. And for
Right.
me to just let her, she just sitting there. Then you get on TikTok and you're screaming, talking about, I can't take this, da 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 da. Get your ass off TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Get off of
TikTok
TikTok.
obviously is not paying your bills. So
No.
you need to get off and
And that's
prioritize your children.
And that's the thing. TikTok is not paying. Listen, I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, I host Karen's Court. This is like full time work, but I work a full time job too. And I think people think that just because you have a certain amount of followers, that comes with a certain amount of money. It doesn't.
They don't.
1.8 million followers is not $1.8 million, which is why we have to work full-time jobs. There's a reason why me as a parent, I come and have this show at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because 9 times out of 10, I have made sure that my daughter has had dinner, she in bed, she's asleep, she had to get a bath or whatever she had to do. It's already done before I get on here. So there is no actual interruptions. That's why it's so late. That's why I have it in the evening. I don't have it in the evenings because I just feel like it. I have it in the evening because I have other stuff to do with my family and my daughter, and I have to work during the day. So you
Right.
can't just sit here on TikTok and act like that being an influencer is very a misguided perception. And that there's realities that people don't really realize. And that's what I wanted to talk to her about. Because this sitting here begging for, yes, there are free services out there. There are free services for a lot of things. But you know what? That shouldn't be your crutch. That shouldn't be your safety net. When
Right. And
Thanksgiving
my
come
thing
up,
is,
yes. When Thanksgiving come up, yes. There's people who are serving food to the homeless all the time, but that doesn't mean that I should rely on that to feed my kids on Thanksgiving Day if I can help it. Right? Like if I can help it, that shouldn't be what I should rely on. Go ahead, keeping up with Jazz. Jazz, do you have any more else you wanted to add?
and then another thing, I heard she doesn't take her kids to school.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm like,
heard.
if you got your ass up, get them ready, fix them breakfast, go to school, then you get like a little part-time job since you don't want to work fully. You can do a little part-time job, get your little TikTok live in, go to school, pick them up, fix them their dinner, let them play a little bit, put their ass in the tub, because I know she's not putting their ass in the tub every day.
Right.
And then
Right.
you can get on TikTok and do what the hell you want to do.
And do what the
Drink,
hell you want to
do
do.
what you want to do.
But why
But
is
her
it every time
priorities are
you're
so
on
fucked
live?
up.
Why is it every time you're on live, the kids are in the background? That means you're not prioritizing the kids. You said, you know what, I need to start a live. Y'all be quiet. You know what I mean? Like that's not prioritizing. That's not making sure the kids are straight before you do what you got to do. Now, obviously, you can have a live. Nobody's saying you can't go live with your kids all awake and doing the stuff, but you have to understand that kids are going to interrupt you. If they're not some 12, 16-year-olds who like, peace, I'm about to go do B, I have nothing for you, mom or dad. If they not like that, then they're going to go do what they want to do. Then you know what a toddler going to do. You know what a 5, 6-year-old going to do. They're going to want to be in your face.
Sure is.
Fuck Kenny. What are your thoughts?
Another thing I want to say is I'm from Georgia, and I remember this incident where my whole family caught the flu, and my mom did not call the school to let them know like the situation. And a week passed by. My principal was at the door knocking with like other administrators asking if I was okay, and she let them know the situation. And I see like on her lives where the kids would be like home on a good March, in like March, like when really no holidays or anything, just there, like not doing anything, just playing around. I'm like, them kids don't have school. It's like, 11 o'clock, and she's like, it's no school today. It's no school today. I never seen a school out that much.
Right.
And like, I don't know if like the administrative is like, coming to her house, like they're not sending homework.
Thanks,
like,
Jazz.
I just don't understand how like she cannot. And then like, I heard the school is kind of walking distance at that. So you tell them you can't get up and walk the kids to school? Like,
Right.
I'm baffled. And then like I was on her live before you went live. I was like, hey, you sure you don't want to talk to Aunt Karen and stuff? She's all in live on her live saying she don't need no resources, like telling people to shut the F up, this and that. But like a few days from now, she's going to be talking about send her $1 on Cash App for club living room or something. And it just baffles me like how easy for people like that to get money when I know it's people out there like really struggling
that
to
actually
pay
needs
bills. Yeah, and I know they're like absolutely scared to come on TikTok to like at least say like, hey, could y'all like chip in something? Like I don't see people raise money for cats and dogs to get procedures.
Yes.
And I know like TikTok does open doors for people, but like when you're not doing right with your kids and like overall in life, nobody is going to be on your side. And for her to sit there and say they're just kids, they don't know nothing about sexual assault. Kids are one of the main ones that molest other kids. Like I remember when I was little being kissed by a person that's a family member that I did not want, and we were the same age. So for her to say kids are just kids, like kids are not just kids. Like everyone say, you teach your kids, you tell them that's not right. You tell them what the meaning of no is. Like, and it just baffles me. And that's all I want to say, because like I'm tearing up. I'm thinking, like, I just feel bad for the boys, everybody in the situation.
Yeah.
And she's probably sitting here like cussing about everybody's talking about her. But at the end of the day, like, she needs to do better. Everybody done try to come to her with resources. She doesn't want them. She just wants a free handout.
And that's sad.
That's it. And thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that, and that's what I said. What's really sad is that so many people have come to her to help her, and that she would rather yell at you and fight with you. Real Lord Beauty, what's up?
So I just want to say that my main thing is, or I think I didn't really hear anybody speak about the fact that she's not even comprehending the situation, because when she was asked about it, her response was that the kids are kids. They don't know anything about it. That does not mean that, it didn't happen.
Right. Right.
So I think the bigger problem here is that she doesn't even understand the severity of the situation.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody mention that.
No, I agree with you. I think somebody actually did mention it prior that she might not understand what essay is. Somebody had mentioned that, and you're 100% right. And listen, I can't pretend to know what's gone on in her life. I know that I heard she was in foster care. I wanted to talk to her to get her to actually talk to us instead of at us, instead of automatically being on the defense, which is why I dropped everybody from the box so we can all get a better understanding. Maybe she is somebody who suffered and maybe she has had something
Right.
happen to her. So she may think that this isn't an essay. You know what I mean? Maybe that's
Right.
what somebody told her. It's just kid stuff. You know, we have to acknowledge that she could have some traumas too, which is why
I
I wanted
agree.
her to understand. But she then went off and tried to make it seem like it's not a big deal. Well, it is. And had she stayed and wanted to listen to people instead of trying to play it off, or this is just kids. Well, you know, as you guys said, kids see stuff. Kids emulate things. They didn't
Exactly.
learn it from. They didn't just pick it up one day. Okay, they didn't just pick it up. They saw it because somebody either did it to them or they watched it happen.
Right. Yeah. And then I think the part that threw me off the most is that she basically admitted that it happened, but it wasn't her son. She
Mm-hmm.
knew it was going on, but it didn't matter because it wasn't her child, and that's disturbing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Her addressing it after she got off the live, and then for her to, try and claim her innocence, and then in the same breath, oh, well, I can't see my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
So it really is just like, it's sad because I've actually been, she'll come on my For You page and I'll see her lives and stuff like that. But it's a bigger picture. She's clearly depressed. She's going through something. I feel the same way. She has trauma that
Mm-hmm.
has been, unaddressed, and something is going on. And it's unfortunate because I feel like even if, CPS does take her kids, that, that situation that won't solve the problem. But
No.
I think the whole thing is really just disgusting, and it's sad. I don't even go live, but for me to just witness that and for her to deflect and those excuses that she made is crazy.
It is. It
It's
is.
sad.
Somebody made a good point. Parents do not realize or don't understand. We are the movie stars in the child's movie. They watch everything that we do, and that's true. That is so true. They watch everything we do, how we talk, how we eat. You know, how we say things, how we listen. If our listening skills aren't good, their listening skills aren't good. Okay, I already know when I said something I probably shouldn't have said. If my daughter has her toys and she's saying, "Didn't I tell you not to go in that room? Didn't I tell you?" with her Barbies or something, she's like, "You're gonna get in timeout." Like that's how you know they're listening to because they emulate what you do. And so they're little sponges. So for her to say that, it's there's obviously some trauma there. My whole goal was not to yell at her. My goal was not to make her feel some type of way, but it did frustrate me. I'm not gonna lie, it frustrated me because I feel for the little girl when you're sitting here telling me that it doesn't mean anything. And as an adult, you gotta realize, and as an adult who has children, you gotta realize that that's not right. Thank you so much, Real Laura. I appreciate that. We're going to go down to, I think, Luna, and then we'll go up to Saw His Brain. Go ahead, Luna.
Hey, Karen.
Hey.
I saw your live on my For You page, and I just thought it was really interesting, so I decided to join. But it really hit home for me when she came on the live and she just gave you that stare like, I can't believe you're actually deciding to say this to me, because I understand as a parent, sometimes it's hard to understand that you've done wrong by your kids. And that's a problem that we're facing a whole lot, is that they don't want to say I was wrong and I didn't need to do that. So instead she jumps on the defensive and she's like, y'all are the reason I can't see my niece. Y'all are the reason all this is happening. And I saw Honey Dip Zero actually said earlier that she's on live and she had her son get on the live and say that it was his cousin that did it to the niece and he didn't do anything. And that was another point that I was going to make, that very soon that she was going to try and bring her kids on and use them as cash cows and further try and enlarging her platform because of this influencer culture that we're going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how you necessarily feel about this, but it was an idea that I had. I heard how you guys were talking about people need to be a little more cautious about who they send their support to.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody on this live went and reported her account and got it taken down and got her banned, I feel like she wouldn't have a large platform, and she'd probably make another one, but at least we're stopping her from keeping the platform that she has, because she has people that are on there that are still excusing her behavior and making her feel like she's right.
You know, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know, and I don't know how well that works, because one thing I've seen, like, you look at people like Little Coop. I don't know if you know who Little Coop is. It don't change. You know, they come back because there's always people who love a good show. There's always people who will pay. People will pay to see the circus. And unfortunately, in order to distract from our own lives, people will pay to see that circus. And she's the circus.
Right.
She's the clown. You know what I mean? Like, people will get her back to 1,000 followers because they want to see her. They want to see her, and she plays on that. But what she doesn't even understand is that she's the joke. She's not, you know what I mean? She's not, people aren't laughing with her. She's the joke. And unfortunately, even if she did, she'll be back. She'll be back, and it'll be all of our faults and all of this. There won't be any accountability in that. Right. I just would wish that she would get some therapy. She would get some help. She would understand that social media, everybody deserves a break from social media. Whether you're a smaller influencer, a growing platform, or you have a large platform, we all need a break. And I think she needs to do that. So, but thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead to Saw His Brain, and then we're going to go to Nicole and then Jen. Saw His Brain, what's up?
Hi. So I just want to talk about how when she joined the live, she just kept saying how little kids don't understand SA or sexual, any of that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When it can be literally anything, and she was just not regarding that. And I've also heard that she's been kicked out of multiple houses. She's been homeless with her kids, and just how she's just completely disregarding a lot of the facts, and she's just not caring. Even in her little sorry video she did.
I Saw His Brain. Are you a minor? Are you 18, 19?
I'm 18. Yeah.
Okay. You just have a lower sounding voice, so there's some concern in the comment. Go ahead.
No. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, there's just some concern in the comments that you were a minor, so I just want to clear that up. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. But how she was just crying about it and just asking for money, in which I'm just guessing that all of her money is going to alcohol and supporting that addiction and her makeup.
Yeah.
Just trying to get, just milking money just from everybody, trying to, just get the most out of it before, she'll eventually leave because she's had enough. She's just milking it from everybody, in which I'm guessing that's why she had joined the live, just to milk it out of people, in which people were still sending her gifts through this live.
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand that. Why would you give her more money just to feed all of her other addictions, just so she doesn't feed her children?
I think some people enjoy that. I mean, some people actually enjoy watching other people suffer. Some people enjoy having a hand in, and it's a sick thing. I wouldn't give her a dime, but I know some people enjoy watching others suffer. She's their entertainment. You know what I mean? So of course they're going to be people, and it's called enabling for a reason. There are going to be people who want to see her suffer. Those aren't really supporters. Those are just people who are utilizing her in order to take a reprieve from their own problems and issues. Thank you so much, Saw His Brain. I appreciate it. Nicole, what's up?
Hi. Now, I think a lot of you have covered, I've been waiting for a little bit what I've been trying to say, but I have to 100% agree about the kids are sponges thing. And it just makes me wonder what those kids have seen to make them emulate whatever happened to the niece. That is definitely in the back of my mind. I also think that she 100% is taking no responsibility for it by saying, I wasn't doing that at the time when she was talking about she was still doing her makeup. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. Just like you said, you need to stop what you're doing and tell them, no, you don't need to be doing that. But if she's doing similar things like that around them children, do you think they're going to stop? You know, they see their mother doing it or their auntie doing it or whoever, but like, are they going to stop? Maybe not. They don't see a problem with it because they see their mama doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me wonder what those kids see on a daily basis. It seems like we already know that they're being neglected. That's just that's obvious. And
I don't think they're going to change. I don't think it's going to change until they're in a better situation, unfortunately.
Right. And I think that, you know, when you're talking about her followers, I think like some other people were saying there's a trauma bond there as well. And people relate to her or whatnot. And so they feel sorry for her, give her gifts, things like that. And then when she comes on your live, you know, I've been watching, I think for a while, she just cannot take no responsibility. Like the fact that she is a grown woman and can't step back and be like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I need to look at this and change some things. Maybe I could do better for my children. Maybe I could do, you know, whatever's possible for me to make a better life for them. And it just doesn't seem to me that that is her focus. And it's just sad. And
it's not.
I think you pretty much covered everything. Like between everybody talking and covered what else I was going to say, but I appreciate what you do. And I appreciate all the followers agreeing with us here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I think you made some very great points. I don't think that that's what she wants. I think that she wants the attention and she's getting it. You know, my hope was to talk to her and see if she understood some stuff. Jen, what are your thoughts? I'll let you have the final say here.
There's a few things that I want to say. One, and this is a trigger warning for people that are in here. I suffered through abuse of my own mother at a very, very young age. In my late teens, I discovered that I was severely scared of hot water. And I didn't know why. I didn't find out why until after my father died. My dad kept a journal. My dad had custody of me. My dad kept a journal of everything my mother did to me when they were married. And my mother used to give me scalding hot baths to the point where I would be screaming bloody murder. Obviously, I was a child, like an infant, and I didn't know that. But the brain, like you said, has the capability to hold that trauma and will trigger things that happened that will make that come out. The second thing I wanted to say is that she kept saying, oh, they don't know no better. That's right. You're the adult in the situation. They don't know better. They only know what we teach them or what we show them or what we portray. Children are products of their environment. If they're living in an environment where that type of behavior is seen, watched, and accepted, they feel like that's the norm. And they're going to continue on with what they feel like is the norm. If you don't step in and say, hey, you don't touch little girls like that, or hey, you don't touch little boys like that. That is your no touch zone. That's your private zone. You don't let nobody touch that. Children don't know that that's a sacred area, something that nobody should touch. And for her to come into the live so aggressive and so, I was watching her live before she came, and that's why I came back and I seen she popped up in the comments and I was like, she's here. Her squad was over there hyping her up and she was like, no, I'm not going. No, I'm not going. I don't have nothing to say. So she was already on the defense. There are a lot of people that I have seen in here that really were like trying to offer genuine support. But that girl is not at a place anywhere close to a place where she's going to be receptive to anything, because she is so angry. She is hurt. And as somebody who's been abused, she's hurt. And nobody's trying to take that from her.
My daughter has woken up from her sleep.
The last thing I wanted to say, and I'm going to get off of here, is I'm also a person that went to prison. I did 10 years in Dwight Maximum Security Correctional Facility in Illinois. And if there's anybody in this live that knows about Dwight Prison in Illinois.
I actually have to go because I have to get my daughter back to sleep. And unfortunately, the cat and everybody has come back in. I got to get her to sleep.
Well, thank you, Aunt Karen.
So thank you guys so much for
being
here.
Have a great evening.
You guys have a good night. Unfortunately, I got to get her back to sleep. So thank you guys so much. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you guys.